What's going on? Somebody asked this morning about the mount setup, just what kind of mounts I was using with the old GoPro. And I said I've actually changed the whole helmet mount setup. And I was really happy about the other one. I loved it at the time because that's just what was going on then. But now it's a couple years later and there's a new setup in town from DJI. This whole twist lock system works amazing, unbelievably amazing, right? So, you compare it to the old setup. This is the GoPro. Do not do this. Do not do this. The whole J hook with one short link. I needed that one link in there to be able to pivot the camera up enough, because without that short link in there, it just didn't give me enough up. Otherwise, I'd be looking on the helmet here, riding the bike, I'd be looking too much down, right? I needed to go more up, right? Kind of just maxed out almost at the horizon, which is not cool, right? You put the link in there, great at the time, but now that there's improvements, you want to have the better setup, right? With that link, look at how far that sticks out. It's just terrible, right? I thought it was good at the time, but in reality, not good. So, the other thing that was lousy about this whole J hook here, it actually went down below the front chin of the helmet. So when you set this down, actually this is on my blade over here. When you set it down, it was actually resting on the old J, which is terrible. All right. Okay, so here's the new DJI setup for 2019. This is the Osmo Action, awesome stabilization. Check it out in the other videos, especially on the RC car. It's amazing how it's like voodoo. I keep saying it's like voodoo the way this does the stabilization. It's crazy. So, mount setup, one round mount, offset base, further to one side than the other, right? I don't know which way they want you to put it on. It doesn't really matter. In my case, I put that towards the bottom. Check this out. Twist, click. You hear that click? Very positive engagement. The beauty about this, it works in super confined areas. You can just drop this right down onto it, turn with one hand, watch that button, click, awesome. So you don't need that 1 inch of forward to back travel you need with the old GoPro, right? You can actually put the GoPro together pretty easily with one hand on something, but try undoing these two tabs. I know you guys have tried before. Try undoing that with one hand. Not fun. Not fun. I guess, it's got to be firm, but it's not great. So check it out. Look at the DJI. Check out the difference here. Oh yeah, let's put that short link. We need the short link on the DJI. Click. This one, the short one. Now you could go with just the screws. Just get the machine screws, the right metric pitch. I don't. I like to actually be able to turn these by hand. And it's nice to stagger them. I didn't stagger it there. I'll show you what I mean. So I'll put the one thumb screw on that side, and then I'll put the other one on this side. Alright, so you can mount your GoPro to it. Like this. It's pretty tucked. Pretty tucked, I'd say. Right? So going down the road, I'd be like that. Perfect. Alright, there's a little more room in here even. Tad bit. Alright? That's really good. But let's see what it looks like with the DJI. For whatever reason, the DJI just looks better. I think it's because there's more black in the face of it. Although this is an older GoPro. This is a Hero 5. Yeah, you can easily run your tether through the case here. I usually do that on the GoPros, so no different with the DJI. Yeah, it just slides in easier. Like everything, the frame, the housing seems to be nicer than the GoPro. Just an improvement. All right, now look at how that sits. So tucked. Check back on the other video. It wasn't this nice. Not nearly as nice. And just the way the helmet is. Yeah, actually the range of motion pretty much similar. Yeah, with either camera. But the stabilization on this is really, really good. Check it out. Check out the other videos of the RC. Things flying. It's like voodoo. Did I say that already? Honestly, it's like voodoo. Alright, so there's the update for mid-2019 on the most discreet helmet setup. It's the mounts. It's all in the mounts. Alright? It's closer to the helmet by a centimeter. Looks way better. Also, with this particular helmet and the coloring, I was running the GoPro Hero 3 Black, the silver one, on the front of the helmet with the Sena backpack that goes along with the Sena 20S Evo. So that was the setup, and I'm still running the Sena for audio. That's my B cam now. That camera is facing either myself or rearwards or somewhere else. The A cam is now strictly DJI Osmo Action. Side note, as of now, it's late July 2019. There is no external mic adapter for the DJI Osmo Action. I believe one is coming, and it's going to be the same style as that's in the Osmo Pocket that plugs into the side. So it looks like it's a hard mount that basically plugs in like so, and then you get the headphone jack which will plug into that. So I don't know how well that's going to work for an action cam, because there's a lot of movement around here. If you knock that, you're going to be knocking that off. So in that regards, the whole GoPro setup with the dongle and the wire in the little box there, that might actually make more sense for an action cam setup, right? I believe. So either way they do it, I actually prefer the old GoPro box and the wire there, because I can double-sided tape that here. It'll be just fine, but it seems to be stronger than a fixed piece going right into the USB. So hopefully that's coming. Fingers crossed, because right now my audio is coming strictly from the Sena and the GoPro Hero 3 Black. You can use the Hero 4 as well. Those are the only two GoPros that work with the Senas and the audio pack. So if I have that camera and the Sena mounted a few feet apart, 3 feet apart on the bars of my bike, and this on my helmet, it works just fine, right? But I would much rather like to have an external mic capabilities here, and then I'll run some sort of mic. You know, when you buy a Sena, this is a 20S Evo, it came with a bunch of mics, so you can just, you know, plug in, hopefully, well, who knows what kind of adapter they're going to put on the DJI setup, but hopefully it'll be something you can plug in. And here's the, I guess they call this like a pin mic, lapel mic, so hopefully I can plug it in and then just run this, you know, into the helmet like so, somewhere up into the helmet. But that's the other thing. I want to do some testing on these mics, some Sena mics. So if you want to see that, let me know, because there's mixed reviews. Some people say the boom is far superior, and then I've heard other people talking, like buddies I know, that say, oh man, this little wire one works awesome. Not all helmets have room to put a boom. This one here, it's a boom on the end of a wire, so how could that be any better than just this, right? It still has the chintzy little wire. The boom I'm running in here right now is direct from the Sena and goes to the old chin chin area, right? But there's not a whole lot of room in a lot of these full-faced helmets to do that. All right, so yeah, thanks for watching the new helmet setup, the camera setup that is. And if you're looking to buy some extra mounts, just get these. Like, everything on the DJI site is actually cheap, and if you order from DJI, it comes straight from China. You didn't have to pay any weird duty. It came super fast. Didn't pay any extra taxes, so it's actually cheaper for me to buy on the DJI site from China than it is for me to walk into my local store and support the locals. Whatever. Always support local. Okay, thanks for watching. That's enough of me yakking. Peace out.